Hi guys, welcome to the channel Tab by Raghav, and this is the part 2 of our creating a transcoder series. So in this video we are going to set up Terraform, and because we are going to create our AWS infrastructure using Terraform, not using the AWS console or UI, whatever you want to call. So we're gonna use the Terraform. It is not open source, but it is available to create infrastructure. So first let's see how you can install Terraform in your machine. So go to this HashiCorp developer website, install Terraform, and install according to your operating system. Mac OS, you can use the brew homebrew, and you can download the binary also. For Windows, download this AMD 64 binary if you are using the 64-bit, and this ARM 64 is not for the mobile platforms. This ARM 64 is used, not for the, it is coming to the Windows also, but it is not that specific. Mostly it will not work in your operating system. So if you are on Intel AMD, use this AMD 64, and in Linux you can use it by the command, or you can use the binary. So that's how you can install Terraform. After installing Terraform in Windows, you have to download the binary, and you have to update your environment variables just like this. Go to your system environment variables, and you have to update in the system variables in the path. As you can see here, you will see the Terraform where your binary file is downloaded. Give the path to this system variable and update it. Then you can use the Terraform command. If you go to your terminal, and if you write Terraform, if you get this long list, means you have successfully installed. If you get an error, make sure you made a mistake around the environment variables, or you have not downloaded the correct file. And if you are see this long list, you are good to go. So create let's set up our Terraform providers. So let's create a new folder called Terraform. You can create it whatever you want to create. Cd Terraform. Now we have to install the AWS provider in Terraform. So how we can do this? Just by going to your browser and write Terraform AWS provider. Go to this Terraform registry website, and you will find this code, and it will use the latest version. Copy this and create a file provider.tf and install it. Now we have write this, but we have not installed it right now. As you can see, if I create let's s3.tf, the tf is the extension for the Terraform files, and this language is scl. HCL full form is, I forgot, HashiCorp language HashiCorp language SCL configuration language. Yes. So let's write resource AWS and S3 bucket. It will be our input bucket. And what will be the bucket name? It should be the globally unique name. So let's say dev by Raghav transcoder input bucket. Now if you write this Terraform apply, you will get an error because you have not initialized this AWS provider in your local register in your local Terraform folder. So what we have to do, we have to initialize it first. So we have to run command terraform init. Now it will install the HashiCorp AWS version 6.60, this provider. While this installing, you can also add the backend, the remote backend to this Terraform file. If you don't have worked with the Terraform, ignore this part. But if you have worked with Terraform and you don't know how to create a remote backend for the .tf state file, you can watch my video. A card will coming right top corner. You can watch that video and you will understand how to do the remote locking and how to create the remote backend. It is installing still, so let's wait. Now our AWS provider has been successfully installed. Now before applying, you always do some validation commands like terraform validate. It checks it doesn't have any error in your syntax format. And terraform fmt formats your terraform files. Terraform plan gives you a plan what is going to add, so it will give a long generate a long file and you will see plan 1 to add. What is going to add? This AWS S3 bucket. Now if you ever if I write AWS S3 ls, it will give the list of my current S3 buckets. Currently I have only 3 buckets. So first let's finish off our S3 bucket. We need a input bucket and we need a output bucket. Output bucket, and we need some cores. AWS S3 bucket cores configuration for this input bucket. And we are going to add the ID, I think. So let me verify it going to this Terraform registry. And if you come S3, so don't learn these commands like If I forgot ID, you will think, oh, he doesn't know something. So don't learn these syntaxes, Terraform, semicolon, sorry, curly braces. Required providers, don't learn this in interviews. In companies, you can use the browser. You can use ChatGPT also to see the syntax in interviews. It checks your knowledge, what you want to create and how you want to create. It just tests your knowledge. It doesn't check your if you know the this syntax, this long syntax. And we have to upgrade this AP South one. So don't learn this. Go to the S3 and we have to add a course to our input bucket. So we have to add a bucket instead of ID. AWS S3 bucket dot ID, and we have to add some course rule. Allowed headers, all allowed methods, put or post correct, allowed origins, this, that's all we need. Copy and paste. Allowed origins, update when you create your front end, your LMS application or any streaming platform at the origin of your website of your front end, from where you upload your videos, upload your movies, upload your courses. If you don't know how to upload files, videos, movies, big files into S3 bucket from your front end, if you don't want to give load to your backend, you don't want to stress out your backend, so you can upload your big files. You can use backend for the small files, small load, so backend will also happy and you will also happy. If backend sad, you will also sad. So always we keeps our backend always happy. So backend is our heart of the application. So so give we don't want to give any type of load to the backend by uploading heavy files. I have created a video. You will see a card up here about how you can upload big files into S3 bucket from your front end. That's very important thing, from your front end, how you can upload. And I've used a beautiful drop zone drag and drop functionality also. Make sure you watch it out. And that's it. So this video task is completed. We have to create this bucket. So let me apply it. I know what the plan will generate. And auto approve means just leave it auto approve. It will ask a verification. Yes, I want to approve. So if you don't want this verification field, you can add a flag to this command terraform apply the auto approve flag. Now you can see apply complete resource 3 added. If I s3ls, now you can see my two buckets are created successfully in the cloud. So that's it for the video. In the next video in the next video, it is the very important video. We will create the transcoder code in the node.js, and we will set up lambda functions in Terraform, and we will trigger when we input something into S3 to the Terraform. So next video is important, and next video is going to be the lengthy. I don't So this video is just an overview of setting up the Terraform, and just a small and important code to warm up you guys. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching.